MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in New York. Opening day for the 2014 season between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys, no question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2014 New York Mets.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. We'll hear plenty more from the guys moving forward, but before we do, let's give you a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Washington Nationals as they'll line themselves up like this here this afternoon. Johan Santana is on the mound here to face these guys. He's got the usual assortment of pitches, but keep an eye on him in the early going here. If these guys can get to him early, he does have a tendency to start overthrowing. And from there, that's when the problems usually arise. And in the field, we see the Mets will line up this way. Bernard Span will head for the boxes. We are just about ready to get things going today. And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike one, and a new season of baseball is underway.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
First pitch, 110.
Took something off there, but it misses ball one. Things expected to warm up a bit as the afternoon goes on, but still just 52 degrees here at game time. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. And the pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. And they tie him up in proverbial knots there as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And with strike three recorded there, he's notched his first career punch out. You can bet his club is hoping for a lot more of that going forward.
Well, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to be a solid one. Well, many of the best pitchers at this level have at least one put-away pitch that they can go to in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Here's the first pitch to him. Anthony Rendon comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Ball one. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Lee has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Batting third, right fielder, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper will have his first opportunity now as it comes with the bases empty here in the top of the first. Here's the first offering. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
2 out, nobody on. 1-1 pitch on the way. A little bit outside. 2-1.
But when you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Now a slider swung on and lifted into shallow center field. Cox is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. And now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Now here's the starting lineup for the Mets as put forward by manager Terry Collins. And there you get a look at the starting pitcher whose job it'll be to keep these guys in check. His number is right there on the right side of your screen. And defensively, here's how Washington will take the field behind him. Daniel Murphy will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading out for the Mets, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Now a swing and a sharp ground ball toward the hole. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit.
Well, if these guys are going to do anything this season, he's going to need to be a big part of that offense. And he comes through big time right here with a base hit in his very first at bat.
Number 30 will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And that ball is out of here. And how about that? Number 30 has got himself his first big league round tripper. We'll have to wait and see how many more of these he can mount in his career, but for now I'm sure he's happy to say he's got his first.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this, watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. I'm sure he was practically floating as he jogged the bases. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over. You know his phone's going to blow up. He's going to be calling his mom, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Michael Lee will stride to the box as he gets ready for his first AB of the year.
Michael Lee.
First pitch on the way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Maybe some big game jitters here in this opening inning.
Well, I don't think anyone's immune to that. I don't care what the name on the back of your jersey is. This is not an ordinary game.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Well, first career appearance, first career strikeout. He's definitely got that swing and miss stuff. He's posted some pretty good strikeout totals in the minor leagues, and he's got his first major league strikeout right here.
Number 3 steps in now. Oh, look out now. Guys don't like it when you miss up and in like that. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's showing pretty good patience here for a rookie. Those were 2 tough takes, but he's got it to 2-0.
Three and 0 now. Gary Cox waits on deck. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of a steal when he's on base.
I'll tell you what, anytime you get a first inning visit from your pitching coach, something ain't working out. Now, here's what he's saying. Look, we need you to figure this out. We need some innings out of you. Let's go.
Gary Cox will get his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Off the plate again, and it's 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
2-0 on the way. And this one will be out of play off to the left. Runners on first with 1 down. comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike two.
Boy, he hasn't been able to find the target with any regularity, so you can't afford to bail him out by chasing bad pitches.
Full count, 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Here's the payoff pitch. Now he swings and hits this ball on the ground. Desmond for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out in the outfield grass on this play. You're not going to double this guy up. He's too fast. Still, a pretty good job of at least getting that lead runner at second base.
David Lee will get his first cuts here with two gone now and a runner at first. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
I'm not really sure he's working around him here. I just think he doesn't have his release point yet.
A runner on first with two away. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
A 3-0 pitch. Oh, at the green light there, but it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. But the Mets do strike for two, both coming on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 New York. Jason Worth leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Left fielder, Jason Worth.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Out in front there as this is rolled fouled off to the left. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Well, that's an opportunity wasted on the mound there. A hitter's got to be defensive on 2-2, but that was so far outside, he didn't even have to worry about chasing it.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
And if he could have been just a little more patient there, would have had a leadoff walk. Instead, chases it out of the zone here and winds up costing him.
Wilson Ramos will step in now. Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Had him lunging for that one as he sends a little ground ball out in front of the mound. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in here, looking to keep the inning alive with 2 gone now in the top of the second. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
And the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to right. Lee is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Nationals gone in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Michael Cuddyer will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Left fielder, Michael Cuddyer.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Here we go.
The slider up into the 90s there. It's 1-2.
I think if you gave him another chance, he'd be swinging at that one. That was a great pitch to hit.
Let's go, Matt. All right, Matt.
The 1-2 to Cuddyer. Now a pitch swung on and hit to Desmond at short. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
Well, with 2 strikes, you've got to protect up there, even on a curveball that's a borderline strike. But he could only manage to get this one off the end of his bat, and it winds up being a simple little ground out.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring in the all-star catcher, Brian McCann.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
Grounded fouled off to the right side. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
Come on, Matt.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
The 2-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider, and he starts it out over the middle of the plate. Now the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Johan Santana digs in at the plate. And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. And Span will make the catch, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Ian Desmond will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, most scouts rate players' attributes on a 20 to 80 scale, with 80 being considered elite. I'll tell you what, that's an 80 fastball. I don't mean miles per hour. He is bringing it, folks.
Leadoff man set down now for the second baseman, Danny Espinosa. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Come on, guys, let's go. Swing better.
Swing and a little tapper out in front of the mound. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Yeah, and that's a good job here to get off the mound quickly, pounce on it, and then make a good, strong throw.
Walter Johnson will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Let's go, man. Come on now.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And that misses 1-1.
Will, are you crazy?
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
And this is lined into right field, as that'll put him into the hit column for the first time. It's a solid single. And how about that? His first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come, seeing he's a pitcher, so an exciting moment for him for sure.
And good hitting pitchers are a luxury for a manager to have. Not that this one hit is going to prove that he'll be a good hitting pitcher, but some pitchers do take it really seriously. And no matter what the case is, it's pretty cool to pick up a big league knock. I know how tough it is.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high, the throw, and he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Nationals go quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Daniel Murphy makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy. Murphy.
And that misses inside 1-0. He tried to hold up there, but here's a check swing grounder to the right side. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
And for a first baseman, if the most direct route is to just tag the guy, that's what you do. You know, there's no sense in trying to throw it to your pitcher or your second baseman covering, especially if you don't have to.
Number 30 will try things again. He hit that two-run homer his first time. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go one more time, baby.
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
And after giving up those 2 first-inning runs, he's really been able to settle down, and now that's 6 in a row he's retired.
Michael Lee will try it again, set down on strikes his first time.
Here we go, Michael.
This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets, but they're on top 2-0. Denard Span will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Center fielder, Denard Span.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. And Kadire will put this one away for the first out.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Anthony Rendon will try it again. He flew out his first time. Cold, strike 1 on the circle change. Good pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, A 2-out walk here would at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, this guy has some pop.
Come on, Matt.
Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss, as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail things here 2-0. Number 3 will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Third baseman, number 3.
See ya, Matt.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Just overmatched him there.
And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Sliced down the line at first. And he is in there. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark.
For the Mets,
Number 3 has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Gary Cox will stand in. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
This is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Oh, hit sharply as this is pulled into right, and that gets down as he can't get there in time. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Gary Cox has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
David Lee will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one.
Come on, guys, let's go. Go, Matt.
2-0 now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
None out, runners at first and second. The 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Now there are two ways you can go here as a pitching coach, so he's got to make a judgment call out there. He knows what buttons to press with each of his pitchers. Some guys you've got to reassure and be very positive with. Other guys, they respond better when you go out and challenge them. Really got to read them the riot act.
Michael Kadire will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Now this is on the ground for Desmond. This could be two. Espinoza on to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come into score from third.
Well, nothing kills a rally quite like a double play ball. But this is a double whammy. You've got a double play with the bases loaded and nobody out. They do get one run here, but it comes at a pretty hefty price.
Brian McCann will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. In the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate, and that'll keep the runner at third. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. The 1-1 home. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. Good hard sinker, but he lays off to even things at 2-2.
And that sinker is normally where he gets most of his ground ball outs. But it really hasn't been all that effective a pitch so far.
Let's go, White right now.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
And he missed with it there, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
Well, at the very least, this is going to allow the pitcher to hit here in this inning now instead of having to lead off the next inning.
Johan Santana will get a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to pad onto his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 away. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short, and Desmond will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. We played 4 full. It's the Mets 3 and the Nationals nothing. Jason Worth will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Left fielder, Jason Worth.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Let's go, shut him down.
Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change, 1 and 2.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. But they just look lost up there.
Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it, 2 and 2.
Such a tough pitch to lay off there. The two-seamer working away with 2 strikes, but he lets it go. Maybe just because he knew he couldn't hit it.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Another try at 2-2. And this is hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out. A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Wilson Ramos will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
That guy's all yours.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Not too sure how you take that one on 0-2.
All right, guys,
Yeah, not
let's
too
do
sure
it.
how you
Come
call
on.
it a ball either.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
Ryan Zimmerman will dig in here. He flew out his first time around.
Let's go.
First pitch coming. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
In the air, down the left field line and deep. Kadire is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Nationals gone in order. They trail it here 3-0. Daniel Murphy will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he gets ahead 0-1. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Too high there and maybe a bit outside as well. 2-1. And this is going to be a foul ball. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, this curveball right here has got a lot of snap to it. You can see pretty clearly he's finishing off his pitches much, much better than earlier in the ball game and getting much better results as well.
Number 30 will dig in. 1 for 2, including a home run thus far. Line hard, but this will be a foul ball. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Too high. 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Ball 2.
He's hoping to just run that heater by him. So he's ramped up the velocity here in the last 2 pitches.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Yeah, still looking for that put-away pitch. Hasn't gotten him to offer it any of the last 3.
Let's go, New York!
Now the 3-2 pitch. Fastball, and he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that is into the right field seats. It's a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game, and the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game, and it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one, so he's definitely locked in.
Michael Lee will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far.
Michael Lee.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Feels like he's kind of relied a little too much on that fastball.
And it's gotten him into trouble. I think guys have just gone up there looking for it, and usually they wind up getting it.
The 1-0 pitch. Boy, and here's a drive, deep left field, and the long ball's going to bite him for the 3rd time today as this one is gone, a home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, and the Mets have got it up to a 5-0 game now. Now the National skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Tanner Roark is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Number 3 will be the first one to greet him as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run.
You can do it. Here we go.
And this is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Outside for a ball, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. And this is fouled back and out of play. And a fastball here is swung on and lifted in the air to left. And Worth is under it now, and there are 2 away here.
Yeah, that's just a good pitch right there. That's a two-seam fastball working its way back inside, and he's probably fortunate he didn't break his bat. He winds up getting this one right down there on the label, and he's retired.
Gary Cox will dig in now. 1 for 2 to this point. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And this is going to be a foul ball. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that's swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. Solo shot here to left as they pile on. It's now 6-0. David Lee will stand in. Base on balls his last time.
Shortstop, David Lee.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
And this ball will be chopped foul. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Ready with another 0-2. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Now here's a ball hit high and deep out to left center field. But he'll get there as he flags it down just shy of the wall. And with that, the side is retired. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. 5 innings complete. The Mets are out on top, 6-0. Ian Desmond will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
And I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
That call was wrong.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. And he has a cut at that one, but misses 2-1.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Now he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
Full count now, 3-2.
Oh, I think you'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Hit on the ground to shortstop. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, number 8, second baseman,
Danny Espinosa will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
This is hit sharply to the left side, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
Yunel Escobar will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning.
Escobar.
Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0.
Come on now.
Up top, it's 2-0.
A couple of tight pitches here to start this at bat. You can't really say you're getting squeezed, but he's not really getting any help either.
That one is gonna go.
And this is swung on and sent on the ground to first. To second for 1. Back to first, but it's right by him.
Yeah, and right here, he knew that at second base he was going to have to hurry this throw back to first if he had any chance to double him up. And you see his throw get away from him, but since there's no advancement, it's going to be a straight fielder's choice, no error on the play.
Denard Span will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. fastball off the plate away. It's ball one.
Oh, yeah.
2 out with the man at first. 1-0 pitch now. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Murphy is there, and the side is retired. Nationals leave one. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Matt Thornton will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Michael Cuddyer will dig in now as he'll lead things off for the Mets in their half of the sixth.
Fielder, Michael Cuddyer.
And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. To the right side, but foul, and he'll try it again. In tight there as he's got to turn out of the way of that one.
Yeah, I don't think this is a guy you want to mess with here. He can hurt you in more ways than one.
And this is swung on and missed by Cuddyer as he's retired, one away.
Now batting.
Brian McCann will stand in, base on balls his last time. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Slurve, and he jumps ahead here 0-2.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
And when things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Johan Santana will take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play. Pulls the bunt attempt back, but it's in there for strike one. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
Yeah, you can't even think of a double play right here. He's fortunate to just get one on this play. And he rushes that thing over there to get his man at first.
Daniel Murphy will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. Goes the other way as this is down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. And now a ball lifted into the air out towards center field. And Span will make the catch, and the side is retired. Mets strand one, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Anthony Rendon will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
First pitch to him. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And this is fouled back and out of play. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
In tight with the slider, 2-2.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Doesn't offer at the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2.
Yeah, he had him in good position here. 0-2 to start the inning. You just can't seem to finish him off.
Now here's a ball hit sharply toward the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's up to 82 now, so he's been able to keep that count fairly low and not run up too many high-stress innings.
So one gone in the inning now, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Bryce Harper. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. Now, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, and if anything, he's looking stronger than ever here in this 7th inning.
Hard hit towards center. Cox is there, 2 gone.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and
Left
He hasn't
fielder,
looked back since. He's
Jason
had everything
Worth.
go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Jason Worth will dig in for the third time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Now here's the first pitch. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
Go!
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Three and 0 now.
And he's got to be up there thinking, come on already. Give me something to hit.
Throw him a strike.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Just the first walk he's given up here so far to go
catcher,
along
number
with
40.
just the 2 hits.
Wilson
So he's been pretty well in
Ramos.
command throughout this entire start.
Wilson Ramos will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Swinging a hard liner to center field. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning.
7th inning stretch.
1 left for Washington. They still find themselves down 6-0. Number 30 will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. This crowd, likely in the 40,000 range. They've got to like what they've seen so far.
Oh, and it's been a complete performance. They need to find a way to bottle this up and keep it going.
Here's a shot over the second baseman's head, and that's going to plug the gap. Good for extra bases. And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon.
Boy, how about this for a welcome to the show? He got his first hit earlier, then he got his first 2-hit game. Now he's got his first 3-hit game. I think he's kind of getting the hang of this Major League Baseball stuff.
Michael Lee will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
When you're down by 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
fouled straight back. The 2-1. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Too high. Ball 3.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
A runner at second, nobody out. Now a big swing, and this is a major league pop-up. Way up there toward the center of the diamond. There to tuck it in is Rendon for the first out.
Might have had visions of another home run there. This pitch is right in his wheelhouse, but he winds up swinging right underneath it and popping it straight up.
Number 3 will step in. He's singled in 2 trips thus far. And he'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, and with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He was hoping he'd get him to go up the ladder there, but that's going to set up an even more dangerous pitch here on 3-1.
Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Now batting, center fielder,
Gary Cox will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Swing and a bouncer out in front. Desmond for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately, he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
David Lee will get his shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 7. First pitch here is popped a mile high into the air. This is way up there, but playable on the infield. Zimmerman is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 2 left for the Mets. They lead it 6-0. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
And the 8th will start with a bang, as this should be extra bases. Throw into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Yeah, not a lot of offense to go around for these guys so far. It's just their third hit of the ball game, but at least this one's an extra base hit and goes for a double.
Ian Desmond will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Watch for a minute.
Now a swing and a ground ball, and he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Well, and that's just a really nice job right there. After the leadoff double, I don't care who the next guy is, he has to, at the very least, make a productive out. And that's a good job right there as he gets his man to third, now with just one out.
Danny Espinoza will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Now the first pitch. There's the circle change, and a dandy that time as he jumps ahead with strike one. And he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
Well, he's done a pretty good job here of rendering that leadoff double useless. He's come back with a ground out, then a strikeout, and so now it's going to come down to a 2-out base hit if they want to score right here.
Number 1 will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at third. And a fastball just misses for ball 1. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3. In tight again, and it's to 2-0 now.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. You can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
Denard Span will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Come on, all right. You gotta strike him out.
And here's the first pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And this is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. He got the high fastball there, and he popped it straight up, way up there on the infield. Murphy is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more on opening day after this. Casey Jansen will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Jansen.
Michael Kadire will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Left fielder, Michael Kadire.
And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. Here's a swing and a ball hit pretty well out to deep center field. Turning for it is Span, and that'll get down out there near the wall. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Up next for the Mets,
Brian McCann will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far.
Let's put a few on the board.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. For Kadire, he records his first double of the year here on opening day. Fastball high, and it's quickly 2-0. Good release on the circle change. 2-1 now. Now a pitch swung on and hit to Desmond at short. On to first is Desmond, and that's in time for the first out.
Well, the inning starts nicely with that leadoff double, but aside from a strikeout, a ground ball to short is about the last thing you want to have happen. You know, if this is to the second baseman, that's great, but that's just a wasted out here.
Johan Santana will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Infield expecting bunt. Here's the first pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. And this will be fouled away. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. And now this is swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Worth will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
And now looking back on this inning, the failure to get the guy to third in the previous at-bat probably cost him a run there. Now, sometimes these seem like little mistakes at the time, but now he's still at second with 2 away.
Daniel Murphy is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Two out here and a runner at second. Now a ball hit sharply on the ground to third. Great play to spear it. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
And the key to this is that he's running hard out of the batter's box all the way. You know, with some guys, it's not always the case, but he is really busting it down the line, and he's going to get rewarded with the infield hit.
Number 30 will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 8. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
Ready now on 1-1. Very high, 2-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Runners on first and third, 2 away. The 2-2 coming. Now a ball hit back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
Hey, and when you've got a guy going for a shutout, you may as well get him some more help. I doubt he'll need it, but they're able to add on for him here.
Michael Lee will stand in. He homered back in the 5th inning of this one. Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. And this is bounced weakly down the line, a foul ball. Right back to the curveball and drops it in there for strike 2. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 9th inning coming up. Mets out in front, 7-0. Anthony Rendon will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yeah, and whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
First pitch coming. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. And he misses 2-1.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Here he comes on 2-1. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Now a ball hit hard towards center, and that's a base hit, so the leadoff man does his job here to start the 9th.
Whoa, that's what you call chuck and duck right there. This ball's going to come screaming right back at him. He doesn't have any time to get the glove up, and it gets safely on into center field.
Bryce Harper will stand in, and he's been quiet today, but you just wonder if that's going to last the entire 9 innings.
Normally it doesn't. But give these guys credit. They've had a plan of attack, they've stuck to it, and they've gotten good results.
Forget it, guys. Double up right here.
Slice down the left side, but foul. Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2.
He's in the palm of your hand.
Slider, but that's low as it's dug out by the catcher there.
Take it off. Let's get going.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats, a foul ball. And this is fouled straight back. Ready with another 2-2. Lined hard to center field. In there, a base hit.
This is quickly becoming a situation where you'd like your guy to get the complete game, but once you get into that 115, 120 range, you have to be concerned.
Jason Worth will stand in. Base on balls his last time.
All right.
Low with a fastball here. In the dirt even. It's ball 1.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
And that's waved at and missed 1-1. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
First and second here with nobody out. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. I tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all, and when he has, they've been out of the zone.
Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch. This ball's in the air now out to right field. Lee is there to put it away for out number 1. And he'll make it to third, and there are runners at the corners with only 1 out.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only 1 away.
Wilson Ramos will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Well, he's going to wind up being 2 outs shy of the shutout as they finally get to him for a run here in the ninth. But I have a feeling this is going to wind up being too little, too late.
Well, now here comes the Mets manager, Terry Collins, on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So a strong performance here as he worked his way into the ninth, but he'll let the bullpen try and close with the final 2 outs. Taillon will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
And this is low, ball 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. A ball hit hard to the left side. And that's in there, base hit. In quickly with it is Cuddyer, and that's going to hold that runner at third base.
Yeah, and he makes the right decision holding him at third there. A lot of people might say, why not send him? Well, it's because you don't need 1 run. You need lots of runs. No sense taking any chances at this point.
Ian Desmond will have a shot to do some damage, but he can't get them all back, so he needs to just get on base here. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And that ball is out of here. It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. And that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here.
Boy, an opening day grand slam. How about that to get your season off on the right foot? That's one of those where you're coming back to the dugout thinking, oh yeah, baby, this is going to be my year. Hard to blame him after that. That'd be a month worth of RBIs for me.
Vic Black will come on now as he'll try to record the final 2 outs here. Danny Espinoza will be the first one to face him here as he'll somehow try to stop the bleeding after the grand slam knocked the previous guy out of the mix.
Yeah, that's not exactly the way you want to exit a game on the mound.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. He took a big swing that time as he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. We'll get there as he's able to tuck this one away just past the first base dugout for out number 2.
And he comes right in out of the bullpen and gets a pop-up on the first pitch he throws. Now that's what you call pushing the right button.
Paul Lee is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 15, Lee.
Brian Goodwin will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 67, Brian Goodwin.
And a A high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
Yeah, what a nice job to come in here and finish this one off. And with that, he picks up career save number 1. So nice going.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. He definitely did enough to earn himself the hardware.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 7-5. So long from New York.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious New York Mets. 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Nationals, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 34 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 45,000. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.